everybody, I'm Daphne and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to speak about my vision impairment and how it has affected me practically and emotionally. But before I get started, I wanted to thank you all for your support and encouragement. It really means a lot to me, and when I first started this channel I didn't really know how well it would be received. But I'm really happy for the reception that I have, and that I have all of you watching my videos, and I will try to improve as time goes by. And also I would like to tell you to feel free to ask me any question you may have about my disability. I'm very open about it. And one of the goals of this channel is to speak openly about disability, so please feel free to ask me anything you want. Don't think that you're going to offend me in any way, because you won't. I wouldn't have started this channel if I would be offended in some way, so, you know, feel free to ask me anything. Also, I hope that this video will be uploaded, because my two previous attempts were unsuccessful. So if you're watching this means that it was a successful attempt. But let me get started. I have a condition called Retinopathy of Prematurity. I was prematurely born. Instead of the 9-month full-term pregnancy, I was born 5.5 months. I had to stay in an incubator for 3.5 months, and both because of the fact that I was prematurely born, and many organs of babies that are prematurely born are not developed enough, or they're underdeveloped. My eyes weren't developed well enough, and I had some damage from that. And also I had damage because I had breathing problems. Another issue that babies have are that their lungs are underdeveloped and they have breathing issues. So I needed oxygen twice. The first time I needed 80%, and the second time I needed 60%. And as a result, I got further damage to my eyes, because in 1982, when I was born, technology wasn't what it is today, and they couldn't regulate the amount of oxygen as well as they would be able to in today. So I have damage to my right eye. I can only have shadow and light perception, but very limited. And from my left eye I can see a bit, but I won't tell you now. It's another video that I'm going to make to tell you how I see and what I see, and all the medication that I have to take so I can keep my condition relatively stable. So I got diagnosed with this condition in 1984. I was about two and a half years old, in England. And I used to go to England every 6 months so the doctors can make my checkup. And since the technology needed was not available in Greece at the time, so I had to go to England every 6 months. But that changed in the mid-90s, and today we have really good doctors and all the technology necessary to do these and much more, and many other things here in Greece. And I have a really good doctor. I won't mention his name, but because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but he's helped me a lot, and he saved my vision, or part of it, because he's the one who performed the retina detachment operation. But I will get to that in a bit. So I needed glasses since I was a little baby, and I've been wearing glasses my whole life. Every year, because I was short-sighted, my short-sightedness used to increase, so I needed new glasses almost every year. And as you can understand, my sight did deteriorate every year, until I was in my early 20s, where I came to a point where I kept on bumping into things and hurting myself. I had to, because I lived alone and I was studying here in Athens, I had to make a decision to see what I'm going to do about this fact I can't keep on hurting myself and all that. And I had a lot of support from my family. They told me, you should try and get some help, to learn how to use a cane and all that. And although I could see all that and that I did need help, I was very hesitant and resistant. I used to tell them, no, I don't need all these things. I don't need to use a cane. I don't want to use a cane because people are going to look at me and going to draw attention to myself, and I don't want that. And I was very, upset. But after some thought and accidents that happened to me, I decided that, yeah, it's time to do something about it. So I contacted the Pan-Hellenic Association for the Blind here in Athens, and they told me the procedures that I have to follow. And I took orientation and mobility lessons. I learned how to use the white cane. I learned how to navigate the metro system, which until then I hadn't. I thought it was very difficult and complicated, but once you get the idea of how to navigate around it, it's actually quite easy to do. I learned how to use the euro because then we had just made the transition from Greek drachma to euro, and I had no idea how to use it. It was very hard because I couldn't see the coins and all that. But the euro has for each coin specific indentations to help you tell apart each coin. So if you would like me to show you how people with vision impairments use euros, use money, I can show you in another video. And I learned lots of other skills, which I won't bore you with at this moment. And finally, when I was 25 years old, I had a retina detachment. I had been informed by the doctors what to expect once the retina detachment happened, because we knew that was going to happen, we just didn't know when exactly. So once it happened, I immediately understood something was wrong, and I got in contact with my doctors. And the next day I was operated on. I remember thinking while I was waiting to do the operation and on the day of my operation I could almost see nothing. I was wondering if I'll be able to see anything and at the end of the operation, or at the end of the whole process, or if I will be completely blind. But at that time I had nothing to lose, because I would either go completely blind or regain some of my sight. So that's what I remember thinking, and luckily everything went well. I was trying to be as positive as I could, and that paid off. I still have part of my vision. However, once you go through the whole process, although and thank God I was prepared from before, I had done the lessons for orientation and all that, but although you think you're prepared, you're not emotionally, because it's scary and you're scared to move, you're scared to do everyday activities. It takes time slowly to adjust, but you do in the end. I had the support of my family, and I still do, and I'm lucky because I have a lot of family and friends abroad, both here in Athens and abroad, that help me and support me. And although we're far away from each other, I know that I love them, and I know that they love me too, and that helps me as well. I forgot to mention, which is very important at this point, that I also went through psychological support, and while doing that I also saw that there were other people with vision impairments who either lost their sight or part of their sight that went through similar situations with me, and that made me feel less alone, because when you go through this process you think that you're the only one, but once you understand that there are other people that go through the same fears and the same situations as you do, it makes you feel better that you're not alone. And this is also another thing that I would like to do through my channel is to let people know that they're not alone, and not only if they're just facing a disability or whatever they're facing in their lives, things that I may not be able to imagine at this time. I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that although it's just me speaking to a camera, I'm here with you, and hopefully through watching my videos I can give you some hope and encouragement in your life. If I am able to do that even for one person, then this channel is worth it. It's worth its existence. Now back to my operation and all that. Yeah, it is a whirlwind of emotions. You go through shock and fear, and you feel that you'll never be able to do anything again, but you learn, you adjust, and you know what? You have no choice. You have basically two choices. You can either dwell in self-pity and do nothing with your life, or you can take your life and make the best of it and live the best life that you can with what you have. And that's what I've chosen to do and will always do. And yeah, sure, I go through a lot of difficulties, and I'm not always a happy, a smiley person, what you see here. Yeah, I go through my own emotional issues at times, but I get up and I face my life once again. It won't put me down. It'll never, ever put me down. So I'm going to be here and do the best that I can, live the best life that I can, no matter what the circumstances are. And yeah, after all that being said, I just want you to know that it's not the end of the world. Whatever you're going through, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can face it. And everything's going to be okay. Yeah. So I don't have anything else to say at this point. I'm a bit emotional, so I'm going to close the video here. I'm going to wish you all a nice day. Please feel free to ask me anything you want. In the description box, I'm going to have information about retinopathy of prematurity if you'd like to learn more things about it, and the links to all my social media. And I wish, please like, subscribe to my channel, and push the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload, not you, I upload a new video. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.